Hello everybody, my name is Joe Carter and today I'm going to be doing an explanation, like a bit covering the basics of my Battles Medieval Solitaire print and play solitaire war game, and I'm also going to be doing a short battle demonstration just to show how it works, the basics of one battle. So first, this game is available for print and play on Wargame Vault, and it's the first, actually it's the second in a series of 3. The first title is Battles Vietnam, and the third title is Battles South Pacific. That was just released today. So all 3 games are skirmish type tactical games where you can play either 5. A short campaign game is 5 linked battles, or there's one for a long campaign game for 10 linked battles. You're talking about maybe 2.5 hours average for a short campaign and 5 hours total for a long campaign on average. So there's quick setup and breakdown times. All of the maps there are 10 maps. They're 8.5 by 11, and all of the other components are also 8.5 by 11 or A4. And so this Battles Medieval covers, it represents medieval England in approximately the year 1200. And it's not really, there aren't historical battles in this game, it's just a historical tactical skirmish game with linked battles. So there are, I'll go ahead and cover the components real quick here. This is the battle map number 4. And there are different terrain types. For example, this is road terrain, or bridge if it's over water. And this is village terrain. This is forest hills terrain. And this is forest terrain. And here's another map here I can show you. This is farmland terrain, and this is river terrain. So each terrain type requires, I can show you here, requires movement points. And each, for example, oh yeah, there's also, let me show you before we continue. These are the castle attack and defend maps. This is like castle wall, and this is a castle tower. So, and then castle wall, castle tower, and then these are the gates here. These are the gates, and yeah, this is the tower here. If you didn't see that. And so there are about, let me see here, there are about, how many? Yeah, there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are about 5 different types of battles that you can play that are randomized each battle. So everything's always randomized, every battle. The number of enemies, the type of enemies, their starting locations, day, night, weather. So, and also let me mention that each terrain type has, cover. It offers different types of cover. The road offers no cover protection. It's actually the opposite. You have a higher chance of being hit. The forest hills has the best cover during combat. Let's go back to this movement tracker. Castle, tower, gate, and castle wall requires 2 MPs per hex. Grass and village 4, farmland or forest 6. If it's a forester soldier, they only require 4. And forest hills requires 8, and if it's a forester, they use only 6. So each soldier has their own starting MPs per combat round. Battering ram or catapult has 8, crossbowman, knight 10, archer, foot soldier, peasant 12, assassin or forester 14, and mounted knight 16. Now if they are wounded, per wound they lose 2 movement points per combat round. So you have to calculate that. So this is just basically a calculator for each combat round. You move, for example, here he moves into the road. This is a knight, so he starts out with 10. Okay, he moves into the road, that's -2, and then road, that's another 6. 2, 4, 6. So you just calculate on here, and then he can't move into the forest hills because that was required. That would require 8, and he only has 2 remaining movement points. So that's just a simple little thing to keep track. Okay, let me go ahead and show you these other components. This is basically Battles Medieval is solitaire or 2-player. It's the other 2 Battles Vietnam and Battles South Pacific are only solitaire. So this one's a little different. Compared to the other 2 titles, Battles Medieval is also a little bit less complex and a little bit more streamlined because I can show you here. The soldiers only have generic skill points. They don't have specific skill points for different types of skills. The other games have specific skills. And then there are only wounds and then killed in action. There is no suppression or incapacitated, nothing like that. And then there are no special items like first aid kits or smoke grenades or anything like that. This is medieval England, the 1200s, so of course they're not going to have those. So this is just plays a little bit quicker usually than the other 2 titles, and it gives just a different playing experience. So this is a yellow army. There are 2 armies in this game. There's a blue army and then a yellow army. If it's solitaire, you always play as the blue army. And if it's 2-player, you can choose either side. So this is, during solitaire, the yellow army is the enemy army. And then you have the army, the soldier numbers up to 1 to 10. There can be a maximum of 10 and during each battle. And then we have different types of, let me show you here. We have minimum and maximum attack ranges. So before I go into that, let me show you the different types of units, soldiers. Here we have a foot soldier, and then this is a knight. Okay, this is a mounted knight. He's riding a horse. They can move a little farther. And then this is another soldier, a foot soldier. We'll go ahead and skip him. And then this is a forester, and foresters are they get extra movement points, or they spend less movement points entering forested hills or forest terrain. So they have a little bit better movement. And then here we have peasant, the lowest rated soldier. And here we have an assassin. He uses a poisoned dagger. So we can find some of these other ones. Here we have a crossbowman. Okay, and each of these has a little bit different, benefit or a negative factor. And then here we have an archer, and here we have a battering ram. They can only be used during castle assaults by your army, castle attacks, or castle defense by the enemy army if you're defending your castle. And then here we have a catapult, and it's the same thing with they can only be used during castle attack or castle defense battles. So let's see next. This is the blue army sheet, status sheet. It's the same as the yellow one. You're going to mark down, for example, this is the soldier type. You check it off, and you have the maximum 5 skill points, generic skill points, and then you put your shots here. For example, this is Forester number 2, and he has 6 catapult shots. I mean, not catapult. Okay, 6 arrow shots. And let's see. This is my knight, foot soldier, foot soldier. Okay, you can have up to 5 skill points per soldier. Okay, now down here, we have a little reminder showing minimum, maximum attack ranges during the day. These are for ranged soldiers only. The minimum, maximum attack range for all other soldiers, like melee, is 1 hex. Okay, so we have melee type soldiers and ranged soldiers. Ranged soldiers are these: archer, crossbowman, forester, or catapult. Okay, and let's see, this is a Drm Calculator. This is a universal calculator. The game uses a tables-based engine that let me go ahead and show you that first before I show you this. This is the tables book, and you basically go through alphabetical numerical order. You follow. This is the setup, the battle setup. Battle setup depending on the map and the battle type. And then we have the combat tables here. So it's very simple. You just simply follow where it tells you to go next, and eventually you'll just know where to go without even reading it. Okay, and we have like end of battle. We calculate victory points, bonus points. Now let me explain about bonus points. Bonus points. Let me show you here. Okay, this here we have our. This is a short campaign log sheet. I am going to be playing battle number 2 in this video. I'm going to continue. This was battle number 1. We did pretty good. We killed 6 enemy soldiers the last battle. So you put the bonus points here, the leftover bonus points. So you can choose from 1 to 100 bonus points starting when you start a new campaign game. And the more bonus points you start out with, the easier the game will be. And any that you don't use, basically you use bonus points for recruiting soldiers. Okay. Recruiting soldiers on table A5. They each have a cost, like peasant is 4 bonus points. Now if they are killed in action, they are gone forever. You cannot carry them over to the next battle. They have to be replaced. And if they're wounded, you have to pay 1 bonus point. Oh, I believe it's 2. I changed that. Let's see. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, no, okay. It's 1 bonus point. You have to spend 1 bonus point per wound. It carries over to the next battle. Okay. So if you got a lot of wounded soldiers, it's going to be expensive. And if you can't heal them, they're going to start out wounded in the next battle. They could, of course, can be replaced too. You can just get rid of them and recruit some new ones or different types of soldiers. So let's see. I believe that's everything. We have, let me go back to this DRM calculator. The tables have different DRMs, as I showed you. I'll show you once more real quick. Okay, for example, this is a combat, this is a Yellow Army action. Then, okay, let me say one other thing. These are the solitaire tables. There are 2 different tables books. So I'm going to be demonstrating a solitaire battle today. He uses an AI bot for the enemy, the Yellow Army. So this is Yellow Army action. This determines their movement. Now, for example, if you roll okay, first, these are the modifiers, plus, minus, depending on the situation. So every game is going to be different, very different. You don't know what to expect. So you're going to calculate minus 1, 2, 3, and then, oh, there's a plus 1, so you go back 1, and a plus 2, 1, 2, and then a plus 3, 1, 2, 3. The final calculated DRM is the DRM number you apply to the die roll or dice roll. Okay, so it's very, very simple. This is very useful if you can't calculate it in your head or you don't want to use a regular calculator. This is very useful. It speeds things up a little bit. My calculations in my brain, in my mind, aren't very good, so I of course use that. So I think, okay, let me explain to you. Like if you roll a 10 on table C2, group action. What is group action? Okay, movement, we have retreat, pause, group action, or advance. Okay, in battle South Pacific, the Japanese Japanese Army never retreats. So it's a little different gaming experience compared to this one. At least the enemy soldiers retreat in this game, so that's always good. Okay, if you roll the group action, if you roll a 10, even with modifiers, for example, we have take cover, all units do the same action. You would have, okay, I changed this, but it should be 6 here. This isn't old, these are old cards. You roll 1 to 6, 1d6 to see how many combat rounds the effect is. For example, take cover, all YA. Y means Yellow Army. Soldiers move towards the closest cover terrain hex. Then pause. That would affect all soldiers for the rolled number of combat rounds, 1 to 6. Okay, let me show you a different one. We have a retreat card. Retreat means if they enter, they all move towards the triangle hexes, and if they enter the hex, they leave battle permanently. We have rally, charge, move towards the closest BA. BA is Blue Army soldier. So this is kind of an interesting, makes things a little unpredictable sometimes, these group action possibilities. So I believe that's everything. We'll go ahead and we're about 25 minutes into this video, so I want to try to keep this within an hour or so. Let me go ahead and explain one more thing here. Here we have the draw cup counters. This is the order of attack for each army soldier. You put them in the draw cup, or movement and attack. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start getting ready. What I did is before the video, I went ahead and set up everything. I set up the battle. I didn't want to do it during the video. See, I rolled for battle type, and this is a meeting engagement, 1 to 6. And then I rolled day battle, and then weather's good. And I rolled the map number. The map number was, what is that, 4. And then this is the battle type, so this was meeting engagement. And then I had recruited my soldiers, and I used bonus points to heal them or to recruit more. And then I did the battle map setup, which was, this is meeting engagement section, and it was map 4. So you roll for the enemy soldier types, and then how many skill points each enemy soldier has. And then this was map 4, so you roll 1d20 for the starting location hex of each enemy soldier. So every game is completely randomized. No two games will ever play the same. So I really wanted to focus on replayability to give people their money's worth. So I hope that I've achieved that. So we'll go ahead and get started. I have... Okay, let me go back to this. I'm jumping around here. These are the draw cup counters, as I was mentioning. And you draw one at a time. And then whoever you draw, like for example, I drew 2. And then 2 can move, or he can attack, or he can move, then attack, or just remain in place. And then his turn is finished. So that's, you draw 1, each unit 1 time per combat round. And when they're all drawn, the combat round ends and the next begins, and you put them all in the cup again. Anyone who's killed in action, their counter is permanently removed from the draw cup. So we have, let's see, we have 6. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. Here we have soldier number 1. I have a mounted knight. He's number 1, soldier 1. And he has 5 skill points. See, mounted knight. Okay, soldier 2. He's a forester, and he has 3 skill points, and he has 6 arrows. Once the arrows are all fired, he can't attack anymore. Now, let's see here. Okay. And then number 3 is my soldier, my foot soldier. He has 5 skill points. Oh, I'm sorry, number 3 is my knight. Here we go. This is my knight, number 3. He has 5 skill points. And number 4 is my foot soldier. He has 5 skill points. And number 5 is another foot soldier, and he has only 1 skill point. Now, there's one difference is ranged, of course, ranged soldiers have limited numbers of shots. If it's solitaire, the blue player, the player's army, they have a limited number of shots. Okay. Now the enemy army, if it's solitaire, like the yellow army, they have unlimited arrows or bolts or catapult shots. So they have a little bit of advantage, but if they're killed in action, like let's say this crossbowman's killed in action, and let's say, okay, let me show you an example here. Yeah, so let's say I have another crossbowman here, okay? Let's say he was killed in action. This is KIA marker. And I'm in an adjacent hex. So I can pick up his bolts from his crossbow. I can even pick up, no, I'm not going to pick up his crossbow. But I can even, I could pick up his bolts. You're going to roll like 1 to 6 to see how many bolts you can get from him. And then you would, of course, remove his counter. Or you can just make a note and then remove it right after he's killed. And I can, write down how many I picked up, like how many bolts, arrows, bolts, or catapult shots. So you can write that down. And then you can start checking off the boxes again when you shoot them. Okay, I believe that's pretty good. I'll kind of explain things as we go. Okay, let's get started. This is an interesting, let me cover the enemy units real quick, the enemy soldiers. We have, this is how I rolled it. It's kind of a strange combination, but you could probably think up some stories behind this for narrative purposes. We have soldier number 1 is a peasant. Soldier number 2 is a peasant. Okay, let me go back. Soldier 1 is a peasant with 4 skill points. Soldier 2 is a peasant with 1 skill point. Soldier 3 is an assassin with 3 skill points. Okay. Soldier 4 is an assassin with no skill points. Soldier 5 is a peasant with 5 skill points. He's a badass peasant. Okay. And number 6 is an assassin with 2 skill points. All of the skill points were randomized when I set up the map by dice rolls. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We'll kind of explain things as we go. Okay, we are going to go ahead and flip through. I'm not going to show you every table I roll on. I'm going to just read it out. It's too difficult to hold it up to the camera each time. So we're going to go ahead and skip to Soldier Order of Action, Table C1. We're going to go ahead and drop all of these draw cup counters into the cup. Okay, we have 5, so we're going to do 1 to 5 for the blue army. That's my army. And we have 1 to 6 for the yellow army. And it's all going to be randomized drawing, so whoever gets drawn gets to go first. Okay, and yeah, okay, I think that's good. We're going to mix them up. Let me do a little bit of line of sight explanation real quick. This is these forest blocks line of sight, forest hills blocks line of sight, village hexes block line of sight. For example, here, let's say he was here, no line of sight with anybody. If he's here, he actually does, because it's an adjacent hex. He always has line of sight if it's an adjacent hex. Okay. Now if he's here, he has line of sight, line of sight, line of sight, because one hex is an open space, this road. If there were 2 forest hexes here, he'd have no line of sight to soldier number 4. But only 1 is a forest, 1 is open. The open hex always takes priority, so he does have line of sight here. All of these rules are explained in the Quick Start Guide. They have some illustrations explaining the line of sight rules, so you don't have to remember this in the video. Everything's explained. So I just wanted to do a quick overview. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to draw. Remember, the weather is day and it's good, so we should get some, this should be a quick battle, because we're going to get some hits quickly with these weather conditions and the time conditions. Okay, I drew 1, so my knight, mounted knight, we're going to go ahead and calculate. Okay, mounted knight starts with 16 movement points. So we're going to put this here. This is our little marker here to track. Okay, he's going to go into the forest hex. And that is -6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now he's going to move into the road. That's -2. And he's going to move into the road. -2. No, actually, yeah, let's do that. And we're going to wait here. We don't want to get too far ahead and take them all on ourselves. The mounted knights can really move. Like it shows here, they have 16 movement points. So The next fastest soldiers are assassins and foresters with 14. So we don't want to leave them all behind and get separated and they'll all attack us at the same time, maybe. So, okay, let's go ahead and draw the next counter. 3. Okay, now I am going to show you this table one time. Okay, that's assassin. Okay, we're going to go to Yellow Army Action. All this is explained. Where to go, okay. And we're going to roll to see what he does. This is the AI bot decision making. It's based on their current situation. All the DRMs are calculated, trying to get them to make logical decisions based on things like how many wounds they have, line of sight of enemy, line of sight of friendly soldiers, what the weather's like, if it's day or night, if there's no enemy in line of sight. So we'll go ahead and roll 1d20 and see what happens. Okay, I rolled an 18, and let's calculate. There are... Okay, he's... what number was that? 3. Okay, there are none in line of sight. So that's a plus 10, so I don't even have to calculate these other ones. He's going to advance. Now, the AI bot, the enemy soldiers, always try to use road when they advance or retreat, the fastest route. So we're going to go ahead and move him. That's 1 hex. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. He can't. I would give him the benefit, a bonus. You know, I could have tried to move him into here to try to help the bot a little bit, but he can't move into here. He doesn't have enough movement points, so he's going to attack the mounted knight. I don't know. You know, assassins are pretty tough, but mounted knights are always, you know, probably one of the very best soldiers in the game. So he's going to attack on table. We go to the next table. Okay, we moved here. This shows the same movement points as the movement tracker card. Okay, we go to table C4, and we're going to roll a 1d10. We have all of our modifiers here. Okay, roll a 5. And we're going to calculate. Okay, it is -1 hex from the defender, so it's -1. And let's see, how many skill points does he have? We have to calculate how many skill points for each, for the attacker and the defender. So he's 3, he has 3, but he has 5, so it's a -2 for him. So that's a -3 total. And it's day, but that's a -1. Day is +2, -1, and then he's in the road, my knight, so that's a +1. So I rolled a 5, and then a +1 is a 6. So the 6th result is a hit on my knight. It says go to table C5. C5 is soldier wounds. So we're going to roll a 1d20. Now we have our mounted knight. We have a -5 defender modifier, but the assassin gets a +7. So he actually gets a +2 against my knight. Those assassins are pretty tough because they're using a poisoned dagger. Okay, I rolled a 19. Okay, my knight was just killed. Wow, just like that, boom. Wasn't expecting that, but that's how it goes sometimes. So I'm going to mark off. Where's my knight here? Where was he? Number 1? Okay. I'm not going to mark the wounds. I'll just mark KIA. Okay. And he is dead, unfortunately. Now we're going to try to take him out. That really pissed us off. He was one of our best soldiers. So he's dead. He's killed in action. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay, number 5. Blue soldier 5 is, he's got 1 skill point, but, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. How many do we have? We have 12, and we need village. Yeah, we can go ahead and move into the village for a little bit more cover, and we're going to attack. So we are going to attack with the 3 versus, okay, the assassin has 3 skill points, and my number 5 soldier has 1, so that's he's going to get a -2 modifier, and then a -1 for distance, so that's -3. But he's in the road. Okay, he also gets a -2 for assassin defender, that's -5. He is in the road, so that's a +2, so that's -3. And then it's day, it's a +2, so that's -1. Okay, we get a -1 modifier. It's not too bad. We have about a 40% chance to hit him. Okay, I rolled a 9. So we did hit the assassin. That's really good. So we're going to go ahead and go to, I'll show you one more time. We're going to go ahead and go to soldier wounds. Now this soldier wounds table is used for enemy and the player's soldiers. So you use this table for both. We're going to go ahead and roll a 1d20. Okay, I rolled a 16, 4 wounds. Yeah, okay, that's good. 4 wounds is, yeah, he's hurt badly. So we'll go ahead and mark off 4 wounds on Assassin 3. Okay, he's almost killed in action. Now for each wound, you have a less chance of hitting the enemy if you attack them, plus you, as I explained earlier, you can move less hexes per combat round. Okay, let's continue. Okay, 4. Yellow 4, he's going to roll on table C2 for his action to see what he does. Okay, rolled 11. And there's nobody in line of sight, so we already know he's gonna, no enemies in line of sight, he's gonna just move towards the enemy. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, peasants can move 12, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, they always move towards the closest enemy soldier and then try to attack. Now let me explain one thing. The players, soldiers cannot, you can only move or move then attack, or just hold position and attack, or just hold position. But you can't move, attack, then move. Attack is always the last action, no matter what, whether you move or not. And or you can't like attack then move. You can't do that either. You can only, like I said, you can hold, or you can hold, attack, move, move, attack, and those are the choices. Okay, let's go ahead and roll for. He's going to attack. Let me use my marker here. Okay, he's going to attack number 5. This this peasant. He's what, number 2. He's got 1 skill point. Yeah, probably not good, but we'll go ahead and give him a chance. We're going to roll for attack on table C4. You rolled a 6. And let's see, we are -1 hex, so from a distance, so that's -1. And let's see, 5. Let's go ahead and use our calculator here. That's what it's for. -1. Okay, and then the defender's in the village terrain hex, so he's in the village hex, so we get another -2. So we're at -3 right now. Okay, and then we have -1 defender per defender skill point. So he has 5. No, he has 1. Okay, so 1, and then the attacker has, how many does he have? So 3. Okay, so he's going to get a +2 because he has 2 more skill points than my soldier, foot soldier. Okay. Okay, it's day. Oh, he might have hit. I think he did, actually. Okay, he gets a +2 for day. And it's good weather, +4. And when it's good weather and day, the battles are going to go really quick because you're going to have like a, depending on the terrain hex, you're going to have like 60, 70, 80% chance of hitting the enemy. The other conditions, the battles take longer. But this one's going to go pretty quickly. Okay, so he hit, and we're going to roll for wound on table C5. He rolled an 11, but he's a peasant attacker, and he gets a -5 modifier because he's using a pitchfork, and I guess pitchforks aren't very good for combat. So page, let's see, we have 6 is the result. So actually there's no wound. We had the 11, but then we had the -5 peasant attacker, and so we have 6. No wound, just a scratch. No effect. Okay, that's good. Being in that village hex was a good idea. Gives us a little bit of protection. Okay, 3. Okay, we're going to... 3 is our... Yeah, he's our knight. So we're going to... Knights can't move quite as far because they're wearing the heavier, a little bit heavier armor, the chainmail armor. So we're going to go ahead and move, we can move 10, and we can still attack. I might, let's see, how many can I move? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now, 1, we can't do that. Remember that you cannot move through hexes that are occupied by enemy soldiers. You can move through hexes that are occupied by friendly soldiers, that's fine. And then you can't stack friendly soldiers in the same hex. It's maximum 1 soldier per hex. I wanted to keep things simple when I designed this. So we'll go ahead and move to 4. Okay, we're going to go here. Now actually, we're going to move into here for a little bit of more cover into the village hex. And we're going to attack. So we'll put the marker here. And we're going to roll a 1d10. And my knight has, how many? He has 5 skill points, so he's good. He's maxed out on skill points. So we have a very good chance of hitting him. Okay, I rolled a 6. So let's see, a 6 is... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a hit. Okay, 6, we got -1 hex distance. So that's a -1, and yeah, we got +5, so that's a +4 for the SPs, and then he had a 1. Yeah, so that's a total hit. Okay, the day, good weather, it's like, no, you don't even have to calculate it, I can tell. So we'll go ahead and roll a 1d20 on table C5 for wounds. Okay, I rolled a 9. Which would be 1 wound, but it's a knight attacker. So I rolled a 9, so 1 wound, but the modifier, probably dead. Let's see. We get a +5 for peasant defender and a +5 for the knight attacker. So that's a +10. So 19, he's killed in action. These modifiers can really make a difference depending on the soldier type. So every soldier type has some good and bad points. So he's killed in action. Great. Okay, we're going to mark off. 2 is dead. That is our second. No, okay, that's 1 kill each side. So peasant 2 is dead. Great. Peasant, let's see. Yeah, assassin 3, he's almost dead too. So we'll go ahead and remove him. He's gone. Okay. Let's keep going here. We're running out of time. My camera's going to run out of memory here pretty quick. Space on the camera. Okay, I drew a blue 4, and 4 is my other skilled foot soldier. So we're going to try to go ahead and take out this assassin. He already moved. His turn is finished. See here. So we're not going to really risk much. So we're going to go ahead and let's see. 4, 8, 10. Okay. We had 2 more movement points, but that's good. Okay, we're going to attack. And he has 4 wounds, so we're probably going to hit him no matter what, because he's so wounded. Okay, I rolled a 9. Yeah, we hit him. He's probably dead. Unless we roll like a 1. Yeah, I rolled a 20. He's dead. Okay, so we killed the assassin. Number 3 is dead. So that's kill number 2. Very nice. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, yellow 2. Okay, let's see. Wait, yellow 2 is killed in action. Yeah, okay. So this is this was the peasant that was just killed. So we'll remove him from the game. His draw cup counter. He's finished. So we'll continue. And blue 2. Okay, this is my forester. Let's go ahead and move 4. And he, no, we don't want to move through the, yeah, we don't want to use up extra movement points for that. So we'll go ahead and move 4, 8. Yeah, we'll go ahead for cover. This is the best cover in the game. That's 14. Okay, we can't move anymore. So we get a -2 movement point bonus for this. So that's as far as we can move him. And we're not going to do anything else. We're going to just wait, and that's the end of his turn. 5. Okay, that's another peasant. Now we're going to roll on table C2 to see how many he's got. He's got line of sight, 1. Line of sight, no line of sight here. You'd have to judge that yourself. I'd say no line of sight here. So he has line of sight of 1 enemy. Let's see. So we're going to have to roll 1d20, roll a 13. And let's calculate the modifiers here. And there's 1 blue army soldier in line of sight, so that's -1. But he has 1, 2 in line of sight, his friendly soldiers. So we got 1, 2. And then how many skill points does he have? The more skill points they have, the more they are apt to move towards the enemy. And the less they have, the more they're likely to run away. So he has 5. Oh yeah, okay, he's going to advance for sure. Okay, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, now here we have 3 all in the same range, 1 hex. So when you when you get into this situation, you have to roll a 1d10. 1 to 5 would be the lowest number soldiers targeted, and then 6 to 10 would be the highest targeted. So number 4 is not going to be targeted. It's just between these two here. We'll roll 1d10 to see who he targets. Rolled a 3, so he's going to target him, my my forester, but he's probably not going to hit him because I have a really good cover in these forested hills. So we'll go ahead and roll anyway. But I don't know, he has 5 skill points, so it's hard to say. Okay, I rolled a 5. Let's go ahead and calculate this. I don't think he hit him, but just in case. Let's, yeah, that's a -4 for the forest hills. The defender, my forester, and then, okay, and then that's 1 hex distance, so -5. And we're at 0 now. Let's see, -5, and then SPs. That defender has how many? Okay, my forester has 3 skill points, so 1, 2, 3. Oops, -8. But the attacker, the peasant, has 5 skill points, so we're going to go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at -3. And then we're at day, so 1, 2. Well, actually, he hit barely. Okay. Yeah, he had the day and the day and the good weather really add up. That's a +4 modifier. So, yeah. Okay, he did hit barely. So we're going to go ahead and roll for my wound. Okay, rolled a 6, but he has a -5 peasant attacker modifier, so it's a 1 result, so no wound. So that's great. Okay, let's go ahead and go. Next. Okay, 1. Let's go ahead and roll. He's got nothing. We can roll. It might. Well, he rolled a 5, but there are no enemies in sight, so that's a +10, so he advances for sure. So we'll go ahead and do. Let's see. We each forest hex we use 6, 12. That's as far as he can move. His turn is finished. Okay. That's a 6. The 9 looks like that. There we go. I have the line under the 9 there, so you can see the difference. Okay, 6 is the other enemy assassin. He has 2 skill points, so we're going to roll for action on table C2. 2. He rolled a 2, but I don't know. Maybe he's going to retreat. Let's see. We have 1, 2. Okay, that's a +4. He sees 2. And how many? He sees 1. So that's a minus. Oh, actually, it's a +2. And then he sees 1 enemy. So that's +1. Instead, -1 equals a +1 total. And let's see, we have a 3. Wow, he retreated. Okay. He's like, I'm out of here. So, retreating means he's already in the triangle hex, so he leaves the battle. He ran home. That's shameful. An assassin running away. That's just unbelievable. They'll never forgive him for that. Okay, so that's the end of the combat round. We're going to go to the next combat round. We're almost finished here. This battle's going to be ending quickly. Okay, we drew 2. Now we're going to go ahead and minimum attack range for minimum attack range is actually 1 for ranged units. I was going to do 2, but like the other games, like rifles and stuff, or like sniper rifles, minimum 2, or mortars. But, you know, for bows and arrows and stuff, I thought just 1 would be okay. So, anyway, he's going to attack with 1 arrow. We're going to mark off 1 arrow. He's going to fire. Once we shoot 6 arrows, we cannot attack anymore unless we were to pick up more arrows from a dead soldier, but there are no more. There are no enemy archer or forester soldiers. So we're going to go ahead and roll a... Let's see. Okay, rolled a 7. And we're going to go ahead and calculate this real quick. We just rolled a 7 on table C4. So we are in, he's in the road. So we have, how many? Forster has 3 skill points. So plus the enemy has 5. So we're going to do a -5. Range 1 is 6. Okay, and then we have, let's see, so he has 3, I have 3 skill points. We're going to go back -3, 1, 2, 3, and then it is, he's in the road, terrain hex, so that's a +2, so 1, 2. It's day, 1, 2, and good weather, 1, 2. Yeah, we hit him. That's a +3 modifier. See? So 7 + 3 is a 10. That's obviously a hit. So we roll for wound on table C5. Okay, rolled a 19. That's awesome. He's killed in action, for sure. So the peasant's dead. He should have stayed home. Peasants shouldn't fight wars or battles. Okay, let's see. 5, he's dead. Mark him off as killed in action. Remove him. Okay. And then let's go ahead and continue. 4, okay. He's going to advance. Obviously, he has no enemies in line of sight. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, he's in the same situation again. And we're going to roll to see who he attacks. I rolled a 7. So he's going to attack the higher number. He's going to attack my number 5 foot soldier. Okay, and the 4 has no skill points. So I don't think he's going to do very good. Rolled a 2. Total miss. Okay. Don't even have to calculate that. Okay, next. 6. Okay, 6 was killed in action. We remove that from the thing. 1. Okay, 1 was my mounted knight. He was killed in action. Unbelievably. Can't believe I lost a mounted knight. They're really good. A little bit expensive, but they're really good. And 3 is my knight. So let's see. I can attack. Let's see. I can go 4 and then 8. Yeah, I can move into the forested for cover. We're going to attack from the forested hills hex. Okay. And yeah, he has no skill. Oh, rolled a 10. Look at that. No mulligans. That's how I roll it. Okay. And okay, rolled a 12. But he's an assassin. Oh no, he doesn't get a modifier, so let's see. 2 wounds. We're going to mark off 2 wounds. And that was number what? Number 4? Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Next, we got to keep moving. I'm running out of time here. And 3. 3 was killed in action. he's dead. 1 was the last remaining peasant. And 3, okay, plus 10, he sees no enemy units, so that's a plus 10. 4, wait, actually we have 6, 12. Okay, that's his maximum movement. 6, he was here, 6, 12, okay. Now let's continue. 5 was killed in action, he's dead. 5. Okay, we're going to attack. This is number 5. This is our foot soldier. Okay, I rolled a 7. I can tell you right now that's a hit because he's in the road. Okay, I rolled a 12. That's another 2 wounds. Okay, he's in big trouble. Okay, this assassin's in big trouble. He's almost dead. We got 1 more hit and he's dead. Okay, next. 4. Okay, we're going to attack. Okay, rolled a 4. That's a hit, I can already tell because of all the wounds he has, plus he's in the road, so I don't even have to calculate that. And he's dead, probably. Okay, I rolled a 7. That's 1 wound, and he's dead. Number 4, right? Okay. Okay, good. We're doing really good this battle. And that's it. So we're going to, let's see. Okay, who was just killed? Number 4 was just killed in action. We'll remove his counter. Okay, we're almost finished. I don't think this peasant has a chance. He better just run back home while his wife and children are waiting for him. She's probably cooking dinner right now, and then he's out fighting, an unwinnable battle. So we'll see. Okay, I rolled a 1. Oh, he moved. Okay, he got his first. So we're going to roll on table C2 at Yellow Army action. And he sees nothing. No line of sight. This is his line of sight here, as far as he could see to right here. Yeah, like this. To here, actually. This is as far as he can see. He can't see this way. So he's going to move. This is like a suicide charge here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Unfortunately for him, he's going to attack the closest soldier, which he probably has no chance. He rolled a 1. Okay. Okay. So he's probably toast. 5. Okay, I'm going to hold back because he only has 1 skill point. No, I'm going to go ahead and move here. And attack. Why not? Okay, roll a 5, and he has 4 skill points, so I'm going to calculate this. I think we hit him. We rolled on table C4, soldier attack. And let's see, we have -1 hex per attack distance. And we had, who is that? Soldier 5. He has 1 skill point. And the peasant has 4. Well, that's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're at -4. And we have, unfortunately, he's in the road. That's a +2. And it is day, +2. And it's good weather, +2. Oh no. I think he's hit. Okay, we got a +2 and I rolled a 5. So 7. Yeah, that's a hit. So we go to our wound table again. Table C5, and okay, we rolled a 10. That's 2 wounds. But he's a peasant. So we get a +5 defender modifier, unfortunately for him. So that's a 10 plus a 5 is 15. So it's 3 wounds. Is that peasant number 1? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, he should have just ran while he had the chance. Too. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna shoot from this distance. We're gonna shoot two hexes. See what happens. Probably, maybe we won't hit him, but that's okay. We'll try. Shoot a ranged shot further out. Okay, we're gonna shoot that. And oh, I rolled a 9. Actually, that's a hit. I can already tell you that's a hit. So, because he's so wounded too. So, he's probably dead. Yeah. I rolled a 6, but he has a on table C5, but he's a peasant, so that's +5. It's 11. He's killed in action. So everybody's killed in action now. Everyone's dead. We killed them all. We lost one mounted knight. And that's the end of the battle. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a pretty short battle, actually. This Battles Medieval plays a little bit quicker, depending on how many enemy soldiers or friendly soldiers you have, and depending on the weather or the time. But overall, it plays a little bit more quickly and a little more streamlined than my other battles titles. But and it's also 2-player, so you can play with a family member or a friend, and it's pretty quick playing. So I think that's about everything. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in any of these titles, please visit the link to Wargame Vault. And I just today I put up my Battles South Pacific World War II game. It's up available on Wargame Vault as print and play. And so the game is standalone. The print and play files. You can print everything out. There's nothing large. And the counters, let me tell you real quick, the counters are were mounted. They're cut out individually and mounted on thick 5/8 inch blank counters I got from Decision Games. And there are also some generic counters that can be used instead of the specific soldier counters. That's a lot less preparation, but you have to look more on these sheets. It's a little more difficult to track stuff, but there are a lot of these to make if you want to do each individual soldier counter. But I do recommend it, though it's not necessary. So, well, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I think probably my next game title, either one of the last or the last, will be Battles North Africa, which will feature the British versus the Germans in the deserts of North Africa. And that will play more like this one. It will have just generic skill points, and it'll be a little more streamlined like this, like Battles Medieval. And so I think that's all. And thank you for watching.